Who is Jornstone Mutua?
Yeah, Jornstone Mutua, my name. I'm in charge of Water Sanitation Hygiene Program at SHOFCO. The program started in the year 2016 with a single kiosk. We saw how people were suffering getting water in Kibra, whose price would range from anything between 10 to 20 shillings sometimes when there's a shortage. So we wanted to solve that. So we began with a single kiosk, and over time, up to now, we have 25 kiosks in Kibra alone.
Wow.
And Madare, we have 3 kiosks, and we are supplying water to the community through that. And that way, our vision is to prevent waterborne diseases, because if you don't drink clean water,
yeah.
safe water, definitely you're going to be sick.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost you money to get treatment,
Okay.
which you could have prevented by just taking clean water.
Do you guys charge?
Yes, for the purpose of sustainability, we charge a very manageable fee, affordable fee of 2 shillings per 20 litre jerrycan.
I also understand that you are a great innovator as well. Are you the one who came up with this particular idea of this particular initiative?
The initiative was there. It had started on some scale. My major contributions to the WASH program, one is automating the water kiosks. You understand all our water kiosks are cashless. You just go there with an ATM, a tag, you get water every time you want. That's one thing I did, and I'm very proud of it. Wow. The other component I brought in was the installing of solar floodlights for all the kiosks, actually 20 kiosks in Kibra, to make sure you can get water even at 8 or 10 in the evening.
The water aerial, is it?
The aerial pipeline.
Pipeline.
Yeah.
Is it also, you're also in charge for that?
Yeah, exactly. The aerial pipeline is the innovation that we are using to ferry water from the treatment plant to the kiosk. You understand that if we did underground pipeline, what happens is that people tamper with the pipeline, and of course this brings in contaminations. And again, if you want to do you understand how Kibra settlement is. People there's no like good roads. So if you have to do a pipeline of 1 kilometer in Kibra, it will be so zigzag because they have to go around the houses and whatever. But with the aerial pipeline, just cuts across, goes over it. It's very easy to install. It's very easy to maintain, because when you stand on a high ground, you can see kilometers, and you can spot any leakage and fix it very quickly. Again, security, because if you want to tamper with the pipeline, you have to climb. It's around 20 feet, so it's very high. And of course, community will see you and they would intervene. Currently, we've done 3.4 kilometers of aerial pipeline in Kibra. The only challenge we used to have with aerial pipeline is when there's fire, and then of course there's aerial pipeline on top of them and just water, so they will cut the pipeline and put out fire. I want to see it in 2 ways. One, we save life. Although it's interfere with the pipeline, as we have to incur some maintenance costs. Looking at it we have look at it point of view that we have saved life. The cost of repair is not very much.
So if I may ask you again, is there anything that probably maybe you guys you are working on?
The word WASH means water, sanitation, and hygiene. Water is is a big component of the big picture. Yeah. We have sanitation bit, and for this, we are at the forefront in fighting coronavirus. We've done hand washing stations across 11 informal settlements in Nairobi. Not only in Nairobi, but countrywide, Mombasa, Kisumu. And if I look at we reached close to 50 million users. 50 million, you come today, you wash your hands, we tally, tomorrow repeatedly. We're also doing a bit of sanitation. Sanitation has to do with providing toilets. In Kibra, we have 47 blocks, and Madare, we have 5. But we look to scale up this more so that many people can access toilets. But water is our first priority. We want to deal with water first, make sure everybody has water, then come to, already we are doing this, scale up sanitation, hygiene promotion. Then we go to the third pillar, which is providing toilets. And these 3 will go a long way in preventing waterborne diseases, corona being one of the new diseases that can be prevented.
As the SHOFCO WASH Program Officer, any vision that you have towards this particular project?
Exactly. My vision is to ensure that we have 0 waterborne diseases in informal settlement in Kenya, or informal settlements in Kenya in 5 years' time. And to align with that, we want to make sure our programs are sustainable, meaning the financially sustainable means they can run without external support. We can generate some little amount of money, just not enough, not too much to exploit the people, but just enough money or cut costs in a way that we can run the program for the longest time possible, with or without external support. Sort of social enterprise whereby we are making impact But at the same time, we are cutting costs and we are managing our costs, operation costs, maybe salaries, repairs, so that our program can operate as long as possible and create more impact. I like always coming up with a new way of doing things. I mean, we can't do, they say, doing same thing all the time, expect different results is the very definition of insanity. So if this country and a lot of things can be transformed if we are creative, innovative, we embrace technology in different sectors. It can be water, it can be education. I mean, look at the countries which have developed. Look at, do I say US, for example? There's a lot of, look at Google, look at Amazon, look at, this innovation. Yeah, innovation and creativity, and is very important. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jornstone. I really appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this particular interview. I've been your host, Walter Mbita. See you next time.
I'm Jornstone Mutua, and you're watching Sun TV.